All right. Matt S. with a great what if. He said if Arn was still an in-ring performer when WWF bought WCW, does Arn think he would have gotten picked up by WWF as one of the initial talents that was brought in? So what do you think?
God, I would hope so.
Yeah, really. His pocketbook hopes so too. Yeah.
It would. I would like to think I would have been good enough to fit in with the crew.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
So when that happened, when that got bought out, because kind of fill in the blanks for me, what did that time period look like for you? Because you were a producer for WCW, right?
I had 6 months left on my contract,
Okay.
and we got calls from the office that, and it was actually the WCW office and people that were representing them. They said we've been bought. WWF bought us. You have 6 months on your contract. We are going to honor that. So they were going to go ahead and pay me for 6 more months, my full contract, which is what they did with everybody. And the first thing I thought, you know what I thought? Okay, I've never had a time off like this.
I'm going to Aruba, baby.
Brother, all you beaches, I'm not saying bitches, I'm saying beaches, better get ready because I'm finna go oiled up and get a cooler and get in my chair with some cold beverages.
I love it.
And so for 6, and I tried to be pretty frugal, live beneath my means and all that. And we were starting to get straightened out a little bit financially to where,
Good.
After that 6 months, I was going to be okay for a while. And
Good.
about 3 months into that, I think, is when they started picking up talent. WWF, it was, I'm going to say I started with them, first part of the summer, maybe.
And you started right as a producer?
Yes, sir.
Wow. So you were barely off for 3 months and they had you coming in.
Well, yeah, I went down to Atlanta. They wanted me to come down for an interview, and I went down, met with JR. JR is the one that hired me.
So was it and so JR, you were already on the radar at that point. It wasn't a conversation with, hey, you got to talk to Arn Anderson. It was, we know about Arn Anderson. JR is gonna call him.
And they were smart enough to know that I had a good reputation and always have with the talent. So I've always been straight with everybody. I tell them the truth, so I had a good working relationship. And for that transition, might have been a bumpy road, depending on how you're going to be treated. Or we're going to all be brought in just to bring out on TV and crucify to show that WWF was superior to WCW. And just, there was a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
You know how I am about what ifs.
I know how you are. Yeah.
They are important.
Yep. Real quick, while we're talking about you couldn't wait to tour all the beaches up and down the East Coast or Aruba. Someone asked from one of our last shows, and I did want to ask you this. You normally have been to Aruba, but we were talking about, I guess, a few weeks ago, your recent vacation, and it was an island near Aruba, or they were Curacao Island. Okay.
And I think it's more as close as it is to this is the information I got after we got down there. Even though it's really, really close to Aruba, it's more of a European. The Europeans know more about Curacao. It is much, much cheaper than Aruba.
Okay.
And that's once I got down there and I started looking at meal prices and things of that nature and how many points it took, because, I'm a huge Marriott guy.
Yeah.
So I used Marriott points, used American miles to fly the family down. So it was a very inexpensive, if you want to have an inexpensive trip, I would suggest Curacao.
And you could get more to eat for your dollars, you're saying?
Yes, the meals were cheaper. Now the portions were smaller, so it's how do you balance that? You
use more points.
Well, you had to have 2 meals and all that. No, we didn't get 2 meals, but I'm just a huge huge Aruba fan, because if you stay at that Marriott, let me just say, if you want to research in advance, look at all the amenities that they have. Biggest casino on the island,
Yeah,
right
it's the
there
one
in the
with the Ruth
hotel.
Chris.
Ruth
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
They got like Italian restaurant. They've got homemade ice cream. They got a big bakery. There's about 5 restaurants. You can go play chess with those giant chess
Oh, the giant
pieces.
chess pieces. Okay.
Bingo out by the pool. All the water sports are right down from you go to the pool when you come out of the hotel. Then you go to the beach. It's probably 30 yards. Anything you want to do, water sports, snorkeling, windsurfing, any of that stuff that you want to do, it's all right there. And if you choose to go downtown and eat, it's about a $12 cab ride each way.
Are you a spa guy, Arn? When you go to these resorts, do you get like a massage or anything?
Hell yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm a fan too. So I had a Paul Bromwell question.
And the lady that gave me the massage had strong hands, and I
Perfect.
said, dig on in there. And
That's right, because you had that back issue going on, so I bet that was good.
It helped, and it also helped that they had the stretching balls. Now, one other thing I have to tell the truth about, the gym there we stayed at the Marriott, the gym was not adequate. No pressing machines. They had a bunch of dumbbells and stuff like that, 2 sets of cables, but they did not have any shoulder press. They didn't have a chest press or any of those things that once you're all beat up like I am, you have to have, because this hand is stronger than this hand. So you can't do dumbbells because it's off,
Yeah.
So the Marriott gym is 5 times better than the one that we had, but we were there and we were stuck with it. So we made it work.
There you go. All right.